but I wanted to show you guys a marketing technique that you guys are probably on several Facebook groups that are like Spokane Homebuyers or Spokane Realtor, or if you're not, you should be. But I want to introduce you to, this is called a word cloud. And so what I did is I went in and I took all of the reviews, right, because we have 98 reviews. I took all of the reviews and copied and pasted those into what they call a word cloud. What a word cloud does is it visually represents the phrases that consumers are using the most to talk about the experience they had with you guys. What are some words that stand out to you?
Knowledgeable. Patience.
Knowledgeable, patience. Professional. What else? Responsive. Some of the consistent phrases was that they really took the time, they really helped educate me, they guided me through the process, right? The reason this is important is, as you guys, we're going to be going into another mastery course at the end of February. We're going to be focused on buyers. But in your content, when you're developing content and you're writing articles, if you use the phrases that consumers who have had a great experience are using, in other words, you're basically in your content delivering those phrases back to them, what does it do? Remember, in Mastery, we went through rapport and how to influence people, right? It's a method of developing rapport with the consumer because you're taking the phrases that they use most frequently and delivering it back to them. That's, for example, another example would be if someone says they want a magnificent house, you would want to make sure that, hey, I found a house that I think you are going to feel is what? It may not be a word that you use, but it means something very specific to them. So if you came back with, hey, I've got a terrific house for you, is a terrific house the same as a magnificent house? You get what I'm saying? So the more you're paying attention to the way, the manner, and the style with which the consumer speaks, and you model or you mirror that back to them, it creates a connection. And you can do that in your marketing, you can do that in your blog post, you can do that in your comments on Facebook and social media, and it creates a connection with the consumer. So take that on this year. Start really paying attention to the style and the words and the phrases that consumers are using. Look, you don't have to do it with just us. Go into Zillow and just copy the last, I don't know, 100 comments that consumers have made, not just for our agents, but agents in general. And you can start to get a flavor of what kind of things are important to them. Of course, we always, and in Buyer Mastery, we'll go through what, the National Association of Realtors does a study of 60,000 transactions, buyers and sellers, right? And so in Buyer Mastery, we'll go through what are buyers saying that they want, what are buyers saying they expect, what are buyers saying about their experience with working with an agent. Those are all things useful to know because then we can formulate our content to meet what buyers are telling us their needs are.